Well Read Baddies. Welcome to another episode of She Well Read, the Bite Size Book Club podcast. I'm Alana.
And I'm Samra.
And if you're new here, welcome in. I decided, I was like, some people, like, some episodes, like, that might be their first episode. So we should do a little, like, intro.
I love
at the beginning
it.
of an episode. Even though there is an intro, but, like,
Yeah.
more personal intro, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, totally. Like, each episode, we're talking to our first
Our
time
first
listener.
Right. So if you are a first time listener, welcome in. If you're not, welcome back. We go through books.
Pretty much.
Yeah, every season of our show is a different book. Every episode is a different chapter or chapters of said book, and we break it down bite size. That's where the bite size comes from. Shout out corner is where we shout out all the places you can find and follow us and all the things that we have to promote, which today, follow us everywhere at She Well Read. Oh, that's what I was going to message you about, creating a Threads account. Have you heard about that?
Oh, yeah.
I heard it's lit.
I don't want to do it for myself. I'm just
for
not
She Well
ready.
Read?
But yeah, I would do it for She Well Read.
Yeah, I think so. Soon you'll be able to find us at Threads. Hopefully
Oh,
at She Well
no.
Read. What?
The titty.
The titty.
The titsy.
I mean, right now we have the extra T, so it actually is titty because it was like titty misspelled at first.
Oh.
So now it's gonna be titty. Okay, for if you're new hearing us talk about the titty, it's all the places you can find us, which is currently TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube is where we're most active. I mean, we're everywhere, but that's where we're most active. That's the titty. But now it'll be a complete titty, because of Threads. It's still titty. Welcome to the titty. Maybe that's the episode title. Anywho, subscribe to our YouTube channel while we're talking about it, and please leave comments on our videos. We do see them and we do respond. Patreon, we finally released our first Patreon episodes exclusively for our Well Read For Real Baddies, which is our like highest paying tier, but we also have a $5 tier and a $3 tier if you just want to help us support the show.
Yeah.
Which
tap in. It's about to be
in.
lit. I feel like I keep thinking of new ideas, types of episodes we want to do. Because there is a monthly episode.
Yes, there is a monthly episode and a monthly call with us. So yeah. And also support this season's partners, which is Be Rooted, which is a Black-owned, women-owned stationery brand. We love to see it. Our code is SheWellRead for 15% off. We also have a partnership with Basic, which is a sustainable clothing store. We have 15% off with them as well. What's the code? I think it's SWR. I think it's SWR.
15.
Yeah,
Is
maybe.
it?
It'll
I
be in the
think so.
description. It'll be in the description of this episode. And introducing a new partner, which we are so excited about.
Yeah.
We are officially partnering with Bookum, Bookum. They are a new bookish app that is coming soon this summer. We are really excited to be partnering with them. We think this way it's going to be even more like book clubby style approach, if you will. So we're really excited for that. And stay tuned for more information coming soon. Now on to the coffee break, which is the part of the episode where we talk about something in pop culture, our lives, anything like that. It's kind of the book club part of the podcast.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, and usually after that we'd get into the chapter, but we're done with the book.
Stop.
So
Don't say that.
I know, but so today it's just coffee break. And the first thing we're talking about is our final thoughts on I'm Glad My Mom Died.
Oh my God.
I know.
Can you go first?
Yeah, it's very interesting, this journey we've been on, which for anyone who binged this book, I don't, are you okay?
Right. So much happened.
So much happened that like I would not have been able to like mentally and emotionally process all of that in one sitting.
Me neither.
Like it was a lot.
Props to y'all.
But I feel really good after reading it. I was a little scared because I have mommy issues.
Yes, we were nervous.
We were nervous, but actually like even like in my life right now with my mommy issues, like they're getting better, and it's almost like kind of like hopeful, like Jeanette for her life, even though unfortunately her mom passed away and they never really got to repair their relationship. I think like it's kind of looking up for me recently.
Okay.
So like,
wait a minute, love to see it.
Yeah, but it did, like, the book called out a lot of things where I was like, oh my gosh, yes, like I went through that too.
Yeah.
And I think it had a lot of really good themes and topics. Like, even, I mean, of course, therapy. We preach therapy on the show all the time, but especially her journey through therapy.
Wow, yeah, because it was a good chunk of the book was just her therapy experience.
Yeah.
Or experiences.
Right. And just like, even the way she wrote the book,
Yeah.
being from like talking how she felt during that time and also sprinkling in what she knows now.
I love that.
Kind of that,
and I'm
like,
glad we
callback.
realized that. Because at first I was like, she's the smartest kid ever.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we started from when she was, what, like 3?
6?
Oh.
Maybe? I think it was 6.
Okay, not 3.
Yeah, not 3. It was like 6.
3 times 2.
Yeah.
Okay, 6. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So, like, we really grew up with her. And so, especially in the earlier chapters, I was like, wow, this, 7-year-old is, like, super mature. And
Yeah.
but it's, like, her looking back. And it almost, in a way, reminds me of, like, when you go to therapy and they make you start from the beginning. Or, like,
Oh, shit. Yeah.
So, I don't know. She was thinking about it from that perspective, too. But, like, it's, like, that is how you talk about it in therapy. It's like you talk about what happened,
like your first memory almost,
and then you talk about what that actually like deeper meant to you. So
yeah,
I don't know, that's kind of unique.
Yeah, so I mean that's I loved it. 10 out of 10. Would
10 out of
recommend.
10. Yeah, I don't say that often, I feel like, about books.
Yeah, and I'm like not being biased because I've said all of the books we've read on the show have been 10 out of 10, but they really have been some good picks.
Yeah, we've had good picks.
Yeah, were you gonna
I mean, I was just going to say, I don't know if I would say all of our books were 10 out of 10s. That's my personal opinion. But that's like my personal opinion. Like for the sake of the book club, I feel like dissecting it bite size helped me. I feel like it would have been easy to write off some of the books we've read. Like if I stopped caring, in the middle of it, like breaking it
that's
down,
so true.
I ended up gaining a lot more from the books than I thought I would.
Yeah,
Just
no,
through
you're
our
so
conversation in a way.
No, you're so right, because I've definitely done that with books where I'm like reading it and I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool, but like not really
It's
finished
not like
it.
hooking me or whatever.
But you're right, like having these conversations, it like makes me want to continue reading and having this. Oh yeah,
maybe that's why you feel like it's a 10 out of 10.
Maybe that is.
Oh,
That's
deep.
tea. That's tea.
But this one
why.
was just straight up 10 out of 10.
She was like, but for real with
I
this
swear
one.
to God, Jeanette McCarty, I don't know what the word is. She ate it up.
She did. She absolutely ate it up. So yeah. What are y'all's thoughts on the books? Because y'all are the ones who picked for us to read this one. And for those of you who are new, the way this kind of works is before every season, we have a survey that you all can fill out and vote on which book we'll be covering for the next season. Which, speaking of, we will be having another one of those that will be coming out soon, but we are opening up for suggestions. So if you have a suggestion of a book that we should cover next season, send it to us at shewellread@gmail.com. We will review all of them and probably pick our maybe top 10-ish.
Yeah. No, totally. I feel like the form.
The Google form.
The form will let you, like, at the end, there's a little part about what do you want to see us read next season.
Yeah, so there's going to be 2 Google forms. Clarify this. So there's going to be, the first one we're going to do is an end of year survey. Or not end of year, but end of season survey.
Okay.
Which is like, you'll tell us who you are, where you're listening from, because we kind of want to get to know a little bit more about you guys. And also what you thought of the book, and then like Samara said, at the end it'll have a place where you can put a book suggestion. But then the second form that we'll have will be all of the suggestions, and that's where y'all will be voting on the next book.
Right.
It's twofold.
But that second one doesn't come till like closer to the,
when we're about to to really start getting ready for the next season. But the first one we're talking about, the end of season survey, will be linked in the description of this episode and in our bios and all the things.
True. Oh, okay, I have my thoughts.
Let's go.
So, I feel like I wasn't sure about the book either because it kept getting worse. It was so traumatizing to go through these experiences with her mom, and her mom is so frustrating in this book. Like, just her parenting style, it's just it makes me very sick to my stomach.
Yeah,
and a little bit uneasy. Yes, extremely cringe. I've got secondhand embarrassment for Miss Deborah. Her mom, Deborah. But the way she wrapped this book up is really what sealed it for me.
Yeah,
because I had never thought about the pedestal we put moms on. And, not every mom deserves that. And just saying that feels wrong coming out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like it's literally just that, mental block of, society telling me that moms are, the greatest people. You know what I mean? The way we celebrate moms is just so different. I feel like Father's Day comes and goes, but Mother's Day is an event,
a big to do. Yeah,
it is. And so I don't know, it's very real, and no mom or dad is perfect, but I feel like it's just that continued growth in someone that shows that I can continue having a relationship with them. And honestly, now I'm thinking about my dad and our relationship, which is just not what it used to be, because he can't get on board with some of my life choices and can't respect me for the difference of our opinion.
Yeah.
And there's been some beef and some drama, but ultimately it's not getting resolved because, it's hard, I guess, for certain people like Deborah in this book, and we all,
our parents' generation,
we all know people, and yes, there is specific generation, specifically baby boomers, I feel like, but in every generation, there's gonna be someone who just refuses to look inward and maybe put their pride aside,
get with the times,
and just realize so many things really, but anyway, so just the thought of sometimes even just hearing my family ask me how's your dad doing, and different things, and I'm we're not talking, and I don't say that, I'm just he's good,
right? Because it's what do you say?
Yeah, it just turns into a whole thing of it's your dad, he loves you.
Oh my gosh, that irked the shit out of me.
Accept him, get over it, not in so many words, but basically, if I've set a boundary, just forsake that boundary for the sake of my relationship with my dad. And it breaks my heart, honestly, that we can't all celebrate Christmas together as a family and just do different family things, that experience is being robbed from not only me, but my mom and my brother. Yeah. And I feel like it's so unfair.
Yeah. And even your potential future kids.
Right. And I worry about that. Will things change? People are oh, when you have kids, everything will change. But I don't know, and I'm not going to allow anyone to, break, not respect my boundaries or the boundaries I set for my kids, because we will not be having that type of parenting. And, the type of parenting I grew up with is not going to be what is going on in my house. So just thinking about that, like, will those boundaries be respected? And so far from like the data we have, the conclusion is like, it's not looking good.
Yeah, it's like, it's not looking good, babe.
So it's hard to like really swallow that pill. And I feel like I fought with that for like years before I could really like just be like, okay, I've got to cut the cord no matter what the outcome is, just for my own mental health.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's where we like low-key trauma bond a lot, because it's like, I mean, for you it's your dad and for me it's my mom, and it's only recently that we've been able to have like conversations of like, we're both hurt and we're hurt in different ways, and like each hurt is also valid.
Right. We learned stuff about each other just through reading this book together, because it was triggering memories for each of us that just don't, it's not something you're like casually talking about at brunch, you know?
Yeah. I mean, we do, but
we do talk about everything.
Yeah, we talk about everything at brunch. But yeah, I mean, I'm talking specifically like me and my mom. Like, there was a time where, you know, like after I left home and even the years since then, where I was like, there's no way. Like, I don't see this happening. And it's not because I don't want it to happen. It's just that I don't think we're going to be able to reach some like kind of middle ground.
Yeah.
To even be able to get to that next phase of like, okay, this happened. How can we not necessarily move on, but like rebuild our relationship essentially?
Yeah.
Because,
like,
you know,
forgive each other almost.
Yeah. And like even accept how each of us were feeling at that time when it happened.
That's really what it is. It's like, I see you. I hear you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, even if I wasn't aware of it at the time, like if you can apologize, like that's a beautiful thing. And I just feel like relationships, your parents' relationships, especially like you between your parents, it's just so, it's so like unique that it does deserve to be put on a pedestal in a way.
Yeah.
But like not to the point where it's hurting you.
Exactly. And finding
but like
that middle
cherish
ground.
it if you are able to.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
And I think it also comes with time. Because I truly believe
that's
time
what they
heals.
say.
But I'm seeing it is why I'm able to say like I believe it.
Okay.
So it's like,
preach.
Damn. like that shit real.
Okay. Well, maybe there is hope for.
Yeah. But everybody's time. What I was getting towards, like, everybody's time is different. Like, you can't be like, oh yeah, in the next 5 years we'll be in a place where we can get to this point in our relationship and have these conversations openly and honestly.
Yeah, and it maybe really 20 years.
Right. I feel like it also depends on each individual person, like what work you're putting into yourself to also be able to get there. Because let's be real, it starts with you. Like, it starts with individuals before you can come together, and that's in any relationship.
Real. So real. Drop the mic. Pick it up and drop it, bitch, because so it's complicated.
That's what
this book has also shown us.
Ooh, episode title. It's complicated.
It's extremely complicated.
And every situation is different. Like, like the base might be like, all right, mommy daddy issues, but like what goes into that is even deeper and depends on the person and relationship and all these things and past traumas. Have people work through their own past traumas, and like it's a whole
generational traumas.
Literally generational traumas.
And I feel like this generation, we're breaking curses.
Yes, but it's ghetto being the generational curse breaker. It can be very ghetto. But
I think that in due time, we'll look back and be like, it was so worth it.
Yes.
Because it doesn't pay off to be in a situation where you're not growing. It just doesn't. Ultimately, you're hurting yourself. So it's almost like, yes, this fucking sucks, but I feel like as humans, in a way, we feel like everything fucking sucks.
That's tea. Like, it's always something.
That's just the human condition. So if you can just set your emotions aside and just be like, this is what I have to do to feel better.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of a book I read called, I think I've talked about it before, The Happiness Advantage by Sean Acker.
Okay, that was a workbook club, right?
Yeah, that was my workbook club.
So cute.
Where
she leads her workbook club group, y'all.
I do.
Is she not the cutest? Okay,
so
living like Lana.
I'm so weak. That really is my tagline. But he talks about that. It's like in life in general, we're always trying to reach that next goal. But like, when are we sitting and celebrating reaching like that one goal? You know what I mean? It's
Girl,
like
I don't know how to turn it off.
Yeah, but in the book he talks about it. I'm gonna let you borrow it.
Okay.
Because I low-key think I need to reread it.
Whew, I need a reset.
Yeah, he gives a lot of tools on how to do that and like how to mentally prepare for something like that.
Okay.
It was really good, and like I'm not doing it justice because it's like out of my brain, but it's because life. And I think that's another thing with certain things. You have to come back and like do a little reset button.
That's so fucking real.
And even with therapy, like I know I've talked about how I graduated, quote unquote, therapy, but like I'm about to make another session because I'm like I need a little moment.
Right. And I was literally, as you were saying that, I was just thinking like, I feel like, because when you said the whole like he teaches you ways, it made me think of meditation, because that is my way that I know of. That and journaling is my way of like centering and like resetting. And I feel like I actually just realized I haven't done that in a minute.
Hello.
So like if I'm not taking care of myself, like of course I'm like succumb to like what it is to be human. Like that's not my fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What is it? I'm fighting demons. I'm fighting demons.
Fighting all the demons.
But
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, I loved your perspective and your take. And just like, I mean, I think that just goes to show like in reading how like you could read the same exact thing and have two totally different outlooks.
I know.
That could also still be similar, but like still totally different spectrums.
I know, right? Brains work so differently.
They do work a lot differently. But 10 out of 10 is what we rate this. Bottom line, would recommend to a friend. But yeah, guys. So also another thing, please, our birthday is literally tomorrow at the time of this recording. So happy birthday to us. Applause. 4
years.
Literally 4 years of doing this show. And I think I can speak to both of us that of two of the best gifts we could receive for our birthday. One, leaving reviews on whatever podcasting platform you're listening on, Apple, Spotify, anything you're listening on, leaving us a 5-star review or even a written review if you feel so called to. And I think another really good present is we talk a lot about how we are an indie show and kind of like being very transparent. Our like basic bills when we're not like recording, it's like $50-ish a month to run the show. And if 4 more of you, I can't do math, my fingers, 4 more of you sign up for our highest $10 tier on Patreon, that would literally pay our bills every month, our basic bills.
Wow, that's beautiful, because I love transparency. You know, because there might be someone out there who's wondering how much does it cost to do a podcast thing. You know what I mean? And we're not doing it at the scale that like we want to be doing it at eventually. So you know those bills are gonna change and fluctuate.
Right, but right now.
But yeah, for what we're doing, like $50 a month, it's not bad. And
it's not bad.
I don't honestly like. Speaking of the 4 years, like it's been worth every penny that we have put into it, because this was like just like a spur of the moment idea to start a book club podcast. Yeah. So like for it to turn into what we like, the community that we've grown and just like the growth in myself and like the growth I've seen in you and the way that like it's all come together. It's so beautiful. And it just renews my faith in consistent hard work. You know what I mean? Like, if you just stay committed to something, you really will, it will pay off.
Yeah.
There's just no way for it not to.
Yeah. And that's on period. So those are a couple, if you guys,
join
if you were,
Patreon.
Yeah, if you were thinking of giving us a little present for our birthday, those are the two things that we'd love. And I mean, honestly, listening to the show. That like
sending it to a friend,
commenting
on our posts,
all of those things
that helps us out so much,
and it makes y'all have no idea how much it makes our day. Like,
that's the real part.
Yeah, like the minute either of us get a DM or an email, it's like,
girl, we freak
the fuck out.
We're in Slack like, oh
my god, did you see this? Like, we get
cry
so
faces
excited
all over the place,
because it really does make our day. Because like Samara said, it's like so much hard work and like love we put into this, that to see it, not only, you know, we've seen some of y'all say that this got you back into reading, which is our ultimate goal at the end of the day.
Like, hello?
Like,
that's the greatest honor.
That's also the greatest gift too. So
real.
So many gifts.
I'm gonna cry.
But yeah, I think just stay tuned. We do have the end of season survey that'll be linked at the description of this episode.
Go click on it right now.
Yeah,
listen like right to now. Us while you're doing the survey.
Yeah. Oh yeah, hello.
2 in 1.
Look at you doing that survey. Yeah, we love to see it. Yes, ma'am. A well-read baddie for real.
A period.
And also stay tuned for the survey that will also come out on what are we reading next season.
I know, and we're not waiting as long this time, guys.
We're not. We're trying
It's gonna be more quick turnarounds from here. We got our shit together.
We are gonna take a little break, but we're gonna be on and popping sooner than usual.
Your girls need a bit of a 1-2 stretch.
1-2. Oh, also everyone who's reached out to us about being on our show, thank you. We love you. We see you. We're not ignoring you. We've just been trying to wrap up this season and get our heads straight. Everybody knows I'm in school. But guess what? Next semester is my last semester of school.
Hey, it's going up.
It's going up.
We're having like drinks and Patreon or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We will be having guest collabs in between. And maybe, I don't know. We're not going to say when they're going to start airing.
Gone, really?
Yeah, we're not really gone. Yeah, but those will be dropping on Mondays because remember, Minisode Monday. And stay tuned on all of our social. We'll announce when everything's coming out. Stay tuned. Follow us on socials.
And follow us on Threads.
Yeah, follow us on Threads. The titty.
Wrapping back around, circling back to the titty.
We love a wraparound.
Oh my god, I really wish we could like insert all our favorite TikTok meme sounds.
Oh my gosh.
Just at the end of this, because they're all so funny.
Yeah.
I'm just like, they're all going through my head right now.
Mm-hmm. And it's really full circle how like now you actually get my TikTok references.
Wow, speak on it. I feel like a few seasons back, I was looking at her like, what are you talking about?
Like, bitch, shut up. Can we keep going?
Yeah, she got me on the app.
I got you on the app. But I think that's it.
God damn, this is
the end. So sad.
Season 4, right? This
is
season 4.
Season 4.
Season 5.
On to season 5.
Oh my god.
Well, this is the last episode of season 4 of She Well Read. Until next time, y'all. I'm Alana.
And I'm Samara.
Bye, y'all.